We have learned that when we define variables, it is important to define the data type along with it as well. In other words, we explicitly declare the type that would be inferred. However, what if we do not know the type beforehand? That's when var or dynamic comes handy. In this case, we have predefined the data type as double. But what if we want to keep things open? We can make this as either var or dynamic. So let's elaborate on this example. When we assign a value to a dynamic declaration of a variable, the compiler assigns the data type depending on the value assigned. In this case, it is a double value, so the compiler will assign double to price. You can verify this with this runtime type property. See, this is a double. Now, if the same variable is reassigned a string value, then what happens? So in this case, price becomes rupees 40.5. This is a string value. Now, if you print the price dot runtime type, this should become a string now. So as you can see, here it first printed the type as double and then it printed it as string because the value changed to a string value. Now if we perform the same logic for a var variable, so in this case the dynamic can be changed to var. And here as we assigned a double value initially, the compiler will assign the type as double. So let me check that. So in this case, a var variable has the value 40.5, which is a double value. So this is a double assigned by the compiler. But when we try to reassign it with another type of value such as a string, then this will not be allowed. Compiler considers this as an invalid assignment and throws an error which says a value of type string cannot be assigned to a variable of type double. Which means once a var variable is assigned a data type, you cannot change the type anymore. For a dynamic variable, this was not the case, as you saw. So as a developer, when you are developing your application and you know what type of data a variable will hold, always assign it with the proper data type instead of var and dynamic. But if you have no idea of the type at the compile time, but you know it can hold only one type of data, then use var. And other times when the type of the data can keep changing, use dynamic.